Okay, so Bose headphones, right? I am a work at home guy, right? I work at home and I travel a lot. If I'm on the phone, it's almost always on a set of headphones. If I am traveling, meaning I am in an airport a lot, I am in a meeting somewhere, I'm at a convention somewhere, headphones are really my friend. I know that some people don't get along with them. I live with those things. So over the last few years, I've gone through several different sets of headphones, and now I'll admit I'm a Bose fanboy. I know that the new Sonys are fantastic. I know that there's a lot of other ones out there worth a mention. I've had some of the other ones, but I own and I like the Bose, and I'm kind of sticking with them. So over the last few years, I have pretty much standardized on using the Android version of, I think these are QC20s. It's a noise canceling in-ear earbud version. It does come with this little battery pack. They are plug into your phone only kind of deals. I apologize, it's probably not really focusing on that, but anyway, I've learned to really love these. They're extremely comfortable in your ear, easy to put in, easy to take out. The noise canceling on them for me is fantastic. It might not be the best noise canceling ever, but they are very good, and the fact that it's in ear not only helps block out some of that noise from your ear, but makes them extremely cool. Basically, I'm a big guy and I don't like to be warm, and the over the ear ones, they get hot, so there's kind of a limited number of places you can wear those. So in addition to these, although I've been using them for probably 5 years now, and I'm on my second set, I've also tried the older QC25s, which realistically, for what they are and for the price that you can get them for now, if you can live with a wired headphone, that's the best headphone for the dollars that I can find. In fact, today, right now, probably with an hour left, they're on sale at Amazon for Prime Day for 99 bucks. If you don't have them, go buy a set. They do also, somebody sells a third-party adapter that converts them to Bluetooth, but I haven't bothered. I don't mind the cord. After that, I did try the QC35 2s. Really good headphone, but honestly, I didn't see a huge advantage in those over my wired ones that I really like a lot. They're bigger, they're harder to carry. These I can wrap up around the cord or around the battery pack and stuff in a pocket or something, and go where I want. They don't look as silly when you're walking around an airport, things like that, which is just kind of one of those things you have to get over. So I actually wound up giving those to my father. He's a truck driver, and sometimes when he's in the hotel or whatever, he likes those. They worked out well for him. He loves them. I just wasn't a big fan. The over the ear thing is really probably the biggest thing that I dislike about them. But that's where the market is focused right now. That's where all the new headphones are coming out at, is over the ear. Whatever, the new Sony M3s are supposed to be fantastic. I have not tried those, but I've got some friends that use them, and they do love them. What got me to come back and try these Bose 700s are, I wear these things for work. My primary purpose for having them is to take phone calls, and they claim a lot of improvements on the mic pickup in noisy environments with the new Bose 700s. So I thought, I'll give the over-the-ear ones another try and pick up the 700s. And to be fair, they have been fantastic. The noise canceling on them is better than the old QC25s. Whether it's noticeable over the QC35 2s or not, I don't know, but I haven't had my QC35s on hand in a while. The voice pickup is fantastic. I've taken a couple trips with them already. I've only had them a couple of weeks, been through a couple of different airports. I've made, I don't know, many phone calls with them already. Nobody complains about my voice coming through to them on them. Even in the noisiest of airport situations, when I would question somebody on it, the response was always, they can hear me just fine. Yes, there'll be some background noise, but it is muted and muffled out, and they can clearly pick up what I am saying, which is the most important thing for me in my travels. I have not tried them much outside. The wired ones are fantastic in a lot of outdoor conditions because I'll run them underneath my shirt, and then the mic itself will be tucked inside the shirt so you don't get a lot of wind noise. I have not tried the Bose 700s out in the wind to know how well that works. But the other ones, the wired ones, are fantastic at it. That's another kind of advantage. I can tuck them under my shirt. I can wear them in a lot of situations where they're kind of discreet, or in the winter when I'm walking outside and it's windy or whatever it is, they're pretty capable of going a lot of different places. But the 700s, really, outside of my personal preference for the in-ear version, they are fantastic. They're as comfortable as I've ever had an over-the-ear version. Yes, it's Bose sound. It's not the greatest, for the audiophiles out there, but that's not me. I do listen to music on them. I do listen to audiobooks. I do use them on airplanes to muffle out the sound. I do use them primarily for phone calls, though. So you can't quite see it, but I'm sitting at my desk here. It's pretty minimal. I have a laptop, a second monitor, a mouse, very few things, small desk, not much I needed other than that. I can take all of this with me on a business trip and get done whatever I need. Here's the problem. For as great as the Bose 700 headphones are, which they are fantastic, they have an interesting auto off feature that renders them almost useless for picking up phone calls. If you're making a phone call, you can work around this. If you're picking up a phone call, which is unpredictable, you don't know when somebody's calling, it's a real nightmare. Apparently, if you don't touch them or move them, the motion sensors within them shut the headphones off after 10 minutes to save battery. Now, there is, in the Bose app, let me just see if I can get it up here. Bose. Let's see here. I should say, sometimes the app has a hard time connecting to the headphones. They're connected to the phone, they work fine, but it doesn't connect to the app. So that's actually what I'm waiting on right now. You can see, it's probably a little too bright to see, but I'm waiting on the connection. Anyway, there is a setting in there where you can change the auto off function between 5 minutes and 3 hours, or to never. But that's an auto off setting that I've never actually had work. I've always had it set to never or 3 hours. I tried it on the shorter ones just to see if it made a difference, but it doesn't. If you take the headphones off and set them down and they're not moving, 10 minutes later they shut off. So you can imagine, 10 minutes later they shut off, and you go to pick up your headphones because there's a phone call coming, stick them over your ears, swipe your phone, and say hello, only your headphones are off and nobody's talking to you, and you have to actually hit the button to turn them on. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a huge hassle, but that little bit of time that it takes for the headphones to come on, which they actually boot up extremely fast and come on, but in that time frame where you hit the button and ask them to turn on, they make a noise, they talk over whoever is talking to you, so you can't hear them, and then maybe 10 or 15 seconds into a conversation, you'll actually have them. And I don't know if you've ever tried it, but give somebody a call and, I don't know, try and ignore them or be distracted for the first 10 seconds of a phone call, and it really, it's not good, especially in the business world. Now, you can shut off the voiceover stuff, but what I found is they make a sound when you turn them on, like a whoop kind of sound that lets you know they've turned on. And it's very similar to the sound that lets you know you turned them off. And sometimes you don't know if they're on or off, so you want to be able to hear that sound. So I found that having the voiceover on or off, either way, is a problem. If you have it off, sometimes what happens is you hit that button thinking the headphones are off, but they're actually on, right? because you're just trained to think, when I put these on, I have to turn them on. And then what really happens is you put them on, you turn them on, which is really turning them off, and then you're still not connected to your phone call, and now you have to turn them back on, but you're not sure if they turn back on because you didn't hear the voiceover noise. So it's kind of a hassle. Bose really needs to address that. They need to make it configurable or eliminate the 10-minute auto shut off. Otherwise, for most business travelers, these are out the window. My personal set I've had for about 2 weeks. I'm planning on returning them in about 2 weeks if Bose doesn't have a new release out, and I will simply go back to my QC20s, because these I can leave on all day. There's almost no control to them. You turn them on, they last all day. They last, I don't know, I think they claim a 16-hour battery life or something with them. It's a really long time. I don't ever run them dead. And I can just leave them on the desk, and when I need them, I just pop it in my ear and off I go. When I'm traveling, the noise canceling part is fantastic. People can't hear me quite as well, but I will give Bose credit in that all of the mics that they use on QC20s, 25s, 35s, and the 700s are all really good mics for picking up your voice. It's the voice isolation part that the 700s really are really outstanding at. The fact that they isolate your voice compared to the surroundings around you. But gosh, if they make it that difficult to pick up a phone call, I just can't tolerate it, and they're going to have to go. Anyway, if that's not your concern, they're fantastic. If noise canceling is your primary concern, the fact that they have all the gesture controls is amazing. They have a great mute feature. You hit the button and they mute whatever's going on so you can talk to people. That's outstanding. Super comfortable. I don't even mind the size in the traveling. The case itself is not actually that much bigger than the old QC20 or 35 case. Doesn't actually bother me. Fits in my bag just fine. Really love everything about them except the auto off, and it's a real deal breaker for me and some of us. If you're a traveler and you're looking to spend a little less than $400 on headphones, go out and get the QC20s if you've got the ability to plug it into your phone still, because that's the best pair of headphones you can buy. Anyway, hope that's helpful to somebody, or at least, lets me vent to Bose in some way about how great their flawed headphones are. We'll talk to you soon.